The Royal Guard, famous for their stoic demeanor, sharp uniforms, and absolute professionalism. But don't mistake their silence for weakness. These guys are trained soldiers, and pushing their patience could land you in a heap of regret.
Do not touch the King's Guard! Make way!
What are you doing? Move what? Go on, stamp one more time. Go on, do it. Go on, stamp. Wait for the Queen's Guard! Wait for the Queen's Guard! Say it to me one more time. Hey. Wait for the Queen's Guard!
Let's dive into some of the most ridiculous moments when people messed with the Royal Guard and lived to regret it. This man was casually taking photos, completely oblivious to his surroundings. Little did he know the Royal Guard's march was heading straight his way. As he stood there, they loudly shouted, "Make way!" And let's just say, he moved real quick. Lesson of the day, always be aware of where you're standing when the Royal Guard is on duty.
Bye-bye!
This Korean man stopped for a selfie, not realizing he was directly in front of the Royal Guard. The guard's face says it all, pure irritation, but his training keeps his temper in check. A tense moment passes as the guard stands firm, clearly unimpressed. Moral of the story, don't test the patience of someone holding a sword. In a shocking moment, a young kid decided to lay on the ground right in the path of the Royal Guard's march. Without missing a beat, the guard marched straight through, stepping over the kid like an obstacle. The precision was impressive, but the message was clear. Nothing stops the march. Lesson: stay out of their way. No exceptions, not even for kids. This incident took a shocking turn when a man began shouting at a Royal Guard, clearly trying to provoke him.
What are you doing? Move what? Go on, stamp one more time. Go on, do it.
Things escalated when he hit the guard in the face, causing him to fall. Chaos erupted as bystanders screamed for the police, who quickly intervened. The man's actions didn't just cross the line, they landed him in serious trouble. Moral: disrespecting a Royal Guard isn't just foolish, it's a crime with severe consequences.
What are you doing? Move what? Go on, stamp one more time. Go on, do it. Stamp one more time, go on. Stamp. Waste man. Huh? Go on. Wait for the Queen's Guard! Wait for the Queen's Guard! Say it to me one more time. Hey. Wait for the Queen's Guard! We went from what, Queen?
This young lady wanted a photo with the Royal Guard, but decided to take it a step too far by messing with him. As she poked and prodded, the guard finally snapped and shouted, "Don't mess with the Royal Guard!" His booming voice echoed through the crowd, leaving her stunned and embarrassed. She quickly walked away, her face red with shame. Lesson: a photo is fine, just don't test their patience. This guy thought it was a good idea to touch and mess with the Royal Guard's horse while the guard was on duty. At first he walked away, but then he came back for more, making the horse visibly uncomfortable. The guard, clearly annoyed, didn't hold back this time and shouted at him to leave. The man quickly backed off, realizing he'd pushed his luck too far. Reminder: the Royal Guard protects their horse too. Don't mess with either of them.
Nigga.
Kill Pancake!
Aí,
A group of tourists approached the royal guard, giggling and trying to provoke him with silly antics. They waved, made faces, and even tried to block his path, testing his patience. But the guard remained stoic, holding his ground with remarkable discipline. Despite their attempts, he didn't flinch, proving his unwavering professionalism. The tourists eventually gave up, realizing they couldn't break the guard's legendary composure.
Start clear! Make way! Second one is there.
Yo, don't clap it up for the guard!
A group of American tourists approached the royal guard, cracking jokes and even hurling insults at him. They seemed to forget that this soldier was on duty, standing tall and enduring it all in silence. Their antics didn't last long, though, as a police officer arrived to defuse the situation. Calmly and politely, the officer explained that the guard stands for hours in service and deserves respect. The tourists, looking a bit sheepish, apologized and left. Lesson: humor has its place, but it's not here.
No, realistic. We're running out of
A person thought it would be funny to take disrespectful photos with the royal guard, crossing a serious line. Their antics didn't go unnoticed, and soon a police officer arrived on the scene. The mood quickly shifted as the officer stepped in, reminding them of the consequences of their behavior. Respect the uniform or face the law.
שמאלה, תסתכל שמאלה.
לא נעים לי ממנו.
בסדר, אוהב את זה. שמאלה.
אחי, אני מסתכל עליו כבר.
A couple approached the royal guard to snap a photo, but the man took it a step too far by touching the guard's back for a better shot. The guard, visibly annoyed, didn't hesitate to push him away with a firm gesture. The couple was stunned, realizing they crossed a line. The guard's patience had its limit, and they quickly understood that boundaries matter. Remember, the royal guard isn't part of your photo op. Respect the uniform. Despite the clear sign warning not to touch the reins of the horse, this man couldn't resist and continued messing with them. The guard remained calm at first, but his patience quickly wore thin. He finally shouted, "Get off the reins!"
Do not touch the ring!
Sending a clear message that some rules are non-negotiable. The man, now realizing his mistake, backed away in embarrassment. The lesson? Signs are there for a reason. Don't ignore them. A person was casually leaning on the fence, unaware of the rules. Suddenly, the royal guard appeared and shouted, "Get off the fence!" The startled onlooker quickly stepped back, realizing it wasn't a place to linger. This girl thought it would be fun to dance for a video in front of the royal guard, unaware of the disrespect she was showing. As she twirled and moved, the guard's patience wore thin, his stoic expression now turning to visible irritation. Without a word, he suddenly marched away in frustration, clearly fed up with the disruption. Her smile quickly faded as she realized her playful moment had crossed a line. The guard's duty isn't to entertain, and his exit was a powerful reminder. Moral of the story: respect the guard's space or face the consequences. An angry woman stood firmly in the path of the royal guard, refusing to move when asked to make way. In a fit of frustration, she tossed a handful of Pringles at him, hoping to make a point. The guard remained unmoved, his focus unbroken, but the situation quickly escalated. His patience wore thin, and he firmly commanded her to leave. The woman, now realizing her mistake, walked off in shame, the lesson clear: disrespecting the guard doesn't end well.
My way!
Did you just see that? Is that all right with you lot? Yeah?
A disrespectful tourist decided to step over the rope barrier at Windsor Castle, ignoring the clear boundaries. The royal guard, already on high alert, immediately shouted at him to get back. The man, caught off guard, quickly realized his mistake and retreated. The guard's firm response sent a clear message: no one is above the rules. The lesson: stay behind the rope or face the consequences. A couple accidentally crossed into a restricted area, unaware of the serious consequences. The royal guard, seeing the violation, immediately loaded his gun and firmly told them, stay behind the rails. The couple, now understanding the gravity of the situation, quickly backed away. The guard's swift response reminded them that there are no exceptions when it comes to security. Morale of the story: respect the boundaries or face the full authority of the guard. A woman ignored the warning signs and crossed over the rails, stepping into a restricted area. The royal guard immediately rushed over, sternly telling her not to cross the line. But when she refused to listen, the guard's patience snapped. In a clear show of authority, he loaded his gun, sending a powerful message. The woman quickly realized her mistake and backed away, understanding the serious consequences of her actions.
It is requested that all visitors remain behind the chains and rails at all times.
A tourist family decided to get a little too close to the royal guard's path, blocking his way. Without hesitation, the guard shouted, "Stay back!" in a commanding tone. The family, caught off guard, quickly scrambled to move out of the way. The guard's stern warning was clear: don't get in his line of duty. Lesson learned: respect the guard's space or face a loud reminder. And that's a wrap on some of the most unforgettable moments when tourists learned the hard way about messing with the Royal Guard. From blocking their path to ignoring warnings, it's clear these guards take their duty seriously. So next time you're near one, remember to respect the boundaries, stay out of the way, and keep your distance. After all, a little respect goes a long way, and avoiding a shout or worse is definitely in your best interest. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more stories, and we'll see you in the next video.